and what you do manifest, you know it is your purpose. It will create the spiral of suck, the vortex of suck. Especially in the beginning, I'm looking in the wrong places because I'm putting the power outside of myself. Believing is seeing. Your soul does not want to cut corners. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Hello if you are new. My name is Andrea Johnson. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, Energy Worker, and Spiritual Lifestyle Content Maker. Welcome to another episode of Conscious Coffee Talks, where I like to have a beautiful conversation with you souls on a topic to expand our consciousness. So this episode is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be more of me speaking from the heart and just kind of like what I'm feeling, how I'm going. And usually when I do this, a lot of other people feel the same way. The collective is usually going through something. And honestly, I don't know what it is, guys. I don't know if it's the astrological alignments. I don't know if it's Mercury retrograde or the solar eclipse in Aries with the whole death and rebirth. And I don't know about you guys, but I've had about enough death and rebirth for the past couple of months. So I could use a break right now. With that being said, let's just get this little therapy session started. The topic that I want to cover is really how I've been feeling lately. Is just stuck and like my manifestations aren't working, that I'm on the wrong path, that I don't know steps forward. I'm starting to question my own desires or what shifts that I need to make in life, and I'm looking basically outward for answers. And I'm pretty much what I like to call the spiral of suck, which is a negative thought loop in my mind where I have it on repeat pretty much. And if I'm not careful, I will wake up and it will be the same thing every day. And it's almost like when this happens, you have blinders on. It feels like you cannot literally pull yourself from the negativity. And then you start just thinking about your life in general and in this vibration pretty much. And everything that you feel like you need to change or that you're doing wrong, and you get what I'm saying. It's just the spiral of suck. So that's where I have been trying to pull myself from lately. And yes, even I get there sometimes too. Start to question the things that I do. Nothing that I've been doing has been working. It feels like every time I try to make moves forward, there's just no traction. In fact, it's kind of like signs that I do get. It's like telling me that things aren't for me. And when this happens, I know that I need to stop looking outward. When I have these negative thoughts that I'm labeling them as negative, right? Because they feel bad to me. They feel as far away as they possibly can from my dreams. I'm telling myself this storyline and then I'm manifesting it. I'm making it a reality because I'm feeling it and I'm living it every single day. I had to redo the story in my head so then I could shift my vibration. When I start to look outward, now there's nothing wrong with looking outward for help, but when I'm asking for guidance for the universe on give me a sign, am I on the right path? When I'm looking outward, blaming other people, blaming my situation that is the reason why I don't have, the life that I envision. When I'm doing that, I'm looking in the wrong places because I'm putting the power outside of myself. I need to go within. Essentially where the universe is within you. You're the one that's gonna have to change the story. You're gonna have to stop looking outwards for things to complete you, to make you feel worthy. Stop looking outward for your manifestations, especially in the beginning. Especially in the beginning, guys, because they're not there. The thing that's there is your faith, and that's inward. You're gonna have to start asking yourself, am I worthy of these things that I want? Am I worthy of the life that I want? What is making me feel not worthy? What in my external world is making me feel low vibrational? Is it people? Is it your job? Is it the way that you perceive these things? What is your thought about them? How can you flip that to then raise your vibration and see the storyline differently? It's all about how you feel And I know that's easier said than done. Believing is seeing. When you truly believe something, you will then see it in your external world. This is where you have to go within. And this is one of the hardest things that we do. We don't like to face our fears. We don't like to do the dirty work. You have to unwire the way that you're thinking about these things, and everything that is not in alignment with you, these blocks that you have, these mindset shifts that you need to make, the movement that you can't seem to move forward in your life, you're gonna have to go within and start rewiring the way that you are talking to yourself, the storyline that you're telling yourself. Why do you believe these certain things? Why do you believe that you are a victim? Why do you believe that you're unhappy in your job? Why do you believe that you can't make movements in your career or in your dream business, or you're not worthy of money or success? Why do you think these things? The storyline that we tell ourselves essentially stems from childhood. It is the beliefs that we have been programmed with since childhood, and we have to go in and heal those wounds. And to do that, it's not just identifying it, guys. It's, wow. You can do that all day. You can just, the knowledge and the knowing that something is off is information enough that something is out of alignment with you, right? So once you've identified it and you can piece together why these things are there from whatever childhood incident or beliefs that you hold, you have to heal it. Meaning the only way to do that is to show yourself love and compassion in the moment. You have to go back and talk to yourself as a child and give yourself the love and compassion or whatever you needed in the moment that made you hold on to that storyline, that trauma, that trigger. Be the parent that you needed. Be the inspiration that you needed. Whatever you needed in the moment that you did not receive, to heal it and show yourself love, compassion, and gratitude. There's nothing that you can do to go back and change it. There's no reason to hang on to it. Nothing that you can do can change the past, and it made you who you are today, so be thankful for it, but it no longer serves you. And you start focusing inward and realizing that you're in total control of your world. You're giving yourself your power back. You're raising your vibration. You're changing your storyline when you're letting these things go, when you're healing yourself. When you change the way that you feel and you get back into alignment with your dreams, with your worthiness, with your vision, and you understand that it's already all happened, and you find your faith again, your external world will change. Your vibration will change. Your timeline will change to that reality. There's no way that it can't. Because when you look outside of yourself and you don't see what it is that you want and you're so far from it, it will create the spiral of suck, the vortex of suck, especially in the beginning when you're embarking on your journey, and the journey is going to be never ending. So start focusing on the faith that you have in yourself. Believing is seeing. It will manifest. You have to have faith in yourself, and you have to be happy in the moment. You have to be content in the moment. Stop looking for it. When you look for it, when you're waiting, when you're impatient, when you get frustrated that these things aren't happening for you, or they're not happening on your time. Ultimately, you are on the universe's time. And we get frustrated, and then we feel like we have to make these massive shifts, these changes. We just want to basically just tear our whole life down and start from scratch, or we feel like we have to make radical changes when ideally all you really need to do is make little internal shifts in the way that you see things, and little habitual changes that will compound over time, and you will make massive movements forward. We've been so programmed for instant gratification that if something's not working out for us in like a month, 2 months, we feel like we're failing. No, we don't understand the amount of work that actually has to go in to building something successful. And you have to understand it has to be built on a solid foundation. Quick fixes, cutting corners, it's not gonna work. You're gonna burn out, it will crumble eventually. And what you have built, even if you've built it faster, will fall. Your soul does not want to cut corners. It honestly doesn't even care about the end result. It does want what you want for you, but it wants to experience the journey. And that's what we want to hop, skip, and jump to the end. The journey will never, ever end. This lifetime, yes, but we will go on. But it doesn't make sense to try to rush it, you know? When our soul really cares about the experience it's having, the learning, the growing, what it's being in the moment, because that is ultimately the only thing that exists. And when you realize and understand this, you will realize what you have already exists, and your faith should be fulfilled. The fear steps in, the lack of faith steps in. We lack faith in ourselves. We lack faith in the divine plan to co-create with the universe, to trust our own intuition on movements forward, even if the path isn't crystal clear, even if there isn't a map of life or a road mapped out perfectly to get to where you want to go. Just make movements forward, take action. This is where people stay stuck. It's because they get so hung up on all of the paths that they could take, all of the options that they could take to get to where they want to be, to get to the vibration in which they want to experience. There's so many ways in which we can, but they don't want to mess up. They want to be perfect. We overanalyze and we're scared of failure. So then you're stuck with this dream in your head that you keep replaying it on repeat over and over while your soul slowly dies. That's kind of harsh, but you get what I'm saying. The vibration is low. Action is clarity. You don't have to know the road. You just have to make movements, and you have to trust yourself enough. You have to trust your intuition enough that you will take the right path, because ultimately there is no wrong path. There is no wrong path. There's just movement forward. The only time you stop moving forward is when you decide to stop embarking on your manifestation. And that's another thing that really throws people off, is changing their mind so many times that they never actually make enough traction to manifest anything. They're so caught up in the instant gratification that when they don't see it after a month, 2 months, a week, they switch paths. This is why you truly only manifest your passions. This is why what you do receive and what you do manifest, you know it is your purpose. Stop second guessing your purpose, because it's going to manifest no matter what. That's the only thing that will drive you past the fear, the only thing that will push you to heal yourself, the only thing that will keep you going in self-doubt, because you will not see these things. You will not feel these things, and if you do, you won't feel them for long, because love will overpower that feeling. Your passions equal love. Your passion equals God coming through you in this world. There is no force that can stop that. It will force you to move, and it will create a reality that will help you move. Instead of challenges, you will see opportunities. Instead of fear, you will see faith, and you will understand that you are on a divine path. There is no wrong path. It's all already happened. You just have to show up, let go, and let flow, and experience, to be joy, to be happy, to have gratitude, to experience life. Time is gonna pass. Time is gonna pass regardless. Whatever you decide to do with it is up to you. So you can push past fear and go with your soul's desire, and 20, 30 years down the road, be living a life that you envisioned, that you thought was possible, but only could feel it to be true. And then guess what will happen? The process will repeat. You'll keep growing and evolving and dreaming bigger and bigger, things that you didn't even know that you wanted, until you took action and created clarity. You'll realize that there is no end to the path. There's no end to your dreams. There's no end to your manifestation. You just keep dreaming bigger and bigger, and getting to understand yourself through these manifestations, through the journey of becoming. Your environment tells you who you are. You're just going to become greater versions of yourself, the universe, the unlimited sea of opportunities and creation. That was the pep talk that I needed for myself. So I hope somebody else needed that as well. It totally shifted my reality, 100%. I can forget easily these things when I got stuck in the vortex of suck. So guys, I think that I'm gonna cut off this little TED Talk here, and it really did help me. I had to bring myself back to a place of remembering, because it's so easy to get lost in our external world, because we are so programmed on instant gratification, and that seeing is believing, when indeed it truly is believing is seeing. You have to feel it inside first. And I lost that light for a second, especially when the world around you is not going your way. It's very, very easy to find the triggers again and be tested. You have to bring yourself back to a place of love and light. I know that sounds corny. Sending you guys all of my light and all of my love. We'll see ya.